Oh, pardon me, you must have caught me reading my copy of French Les Miserables, despite the fact I can't read French. But oh well, we're just going to ignore that. So I am here in beautiful Chamonix in the south of France, and I have noticed that a lot of these buildings look like they're fresh out of a Wes Anderson film. And considering I recently watched the Grand Budapest Hotel, directed by Wes Anderson, I thought, you know what? Considering my last film was creating Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan, why don't I create the Grand Budapest Hotel in the south of France? So, what makes a film look like it's directed by Wes Anderson? Well, first of all, you have your iconic use of pastel colours, which I am no stranger to, after all I use them all the time over on my Instagram, link in description. And second of all is his use of symmetry. Take this shot for example, this shot just won't cut it. That's more like it.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt your video here. I just wanted to take a few minutes to... No, this video is not sponsored, please don't skip this part. I just wanted to take a few minutes to give you a little bit of a better understanding on what we're actually doing here. Well, what I'm doing here. If you don't know who Wes Anderson is, he's a director who makes films in very exaggerated ways. The actors, the sets, the camera movements, and the overall look of the films are very distinct, almost artificial in most cases. Many people compare his works to that of theatre because of how stage it looks. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, I actually tend to quite like the look, and I think the Grand Budapest is a straight up masterpiece. The locations within the film themselves almost act as their own character, adding their own sense of uniqueness and quirkiness to the film, whether it's the dollhouse-like Grand Budapest or the meadows of Fantastic Mr. Fox. So my main idea for this video is to take on the format of a trailer, again similar to what I did with Oppenheimer a few weeks ago, and generate a story around something special within it. Similar to many Wes Anderson movies, Chamonix has its own distinct and quirkiness to it, which is why I was desperate to film here. Whether it's the people or the buildings themselves, I wanted to film something. So now you fully understand the goal and inspiration, let's go back to France.
So you gotta focus? Okay, yes. So I've been out now for about 15 minutes and I've picked up this here postcard, and I really like this postcard because in and of itself it's really symmetrical, which I think would be brilliant for the story. So I'm gonna think of a way to kind of incorporate this into this little film that we're making here. We are currently on our way to Lac Blanc, which is going to oversee the entire mountain view, and let's hope by the time we get there these clouds will have disappeared. It's cloudy, I'm cold, Lac Blanc is like another good few hours in terms of hiking away. I'm probably just going to go back. So today I realised I'm an absolute idiot. For some context, I'm currently in France, in Chamonix, south of France. You know, Mont Blanc is literally just there. And, you know, the weather here is not great, I'll be honest. It's quite rainy, it's quite damp, it's quite cloudy. And I thought it would be a good idea to take a stair lift, more specifically that one, to a hiking location that is nearly 2,000 metres above ground, in clouds, on a very, very cold day. And all I decided to take was a hoodie. And more stupidly than that, if that is even a word, right? I then expected myself to walk a mile to get to a certain location. No, it was not, no. Even worse, what makes this entire situation a lot more tragic is that the view would look like that. Where are the mountains? I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know why I thought going up to Lac Blanc was a good idea, especially since I only had one hoodie, but oh well, I guess I know for next time. If you've watched the trailer for a Wes Anderson movie, you will see something key, a common denominator throughout all of his films and trailers: a narrator.
Welcome to the fantastic world of Mr. Fox.
And so my life began. Junior lobby boy in training under the strict command of Monsieur Gustave H.
It began as a holiday.
Now that we know that the story is going to revolve around this postcard, we now need to provide some context. So what's the context? A media-obsessed teenager is visiting France looking for a souvenir. All we have to do is make it demeaning, provide some context around the surroundings and locations, and... done. Now to find someone to do a voiceover. It has been a good few weeks since then, and... oh, is it going to focus? It has been a good few weeks since then, and I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot to find a narrator. I have been very busy with other projects, so I've decided to take it into my own hands and do a narration in the first person. Yay! Anyway, here it is. Enjoy. Chamonix, located in the heart of the French Alps and populated entirely by tourists and hikers in pursuit of Mont Blanc bragging rights. Here, we introduce our protagonist, me, Michael, who is on an expedition to locate a souvenir to remind him of his stay in this breathtaking paradise in the south of France for when he's stuck at home editing, working, or wishing he was literally anywhere else in the world.